So I feel familiarity brings contempt in cases of humans, but familiarity with spaces brings love. So any space that you spend a lot of time in, you become comfortable in. So no, I'm not talking about being forced to love it, but you get comfortable in a space that you live for a long period of time. That is what I feel.
Hi guys, welcome to the third episode of the Architectural Trap Faraway Sessions, and in this episode we will be discussing about whether or not the dining room and dining tables are relevant in 2020, and some hacks of arranging your spaces in a way to make it more lifelike in terms of what the times are demanding right now. So I'm joined by some of my very good friends. We have Atri Sarkar and Ravi Bhushan, and returning to the conversation after the first ever episode of the Architectural Trap is Ekansh Mishra. So a lot of insights that have been shared, and I'm not going to waste much of your time. So let's just dive directly into it.
So, guys, getting directly to the question that I had is something that I have been wondering for some time. Do we need dining tables in 2020?
I would like to say about that. I rarely have I used the dining table while eating. Even if I sat on the dining table, I had either a TV screen in front of me playing something, or I had my mobile phone with me, in which I watched YouTube or did something. So that I don't think so. Dining table is an important uh, thing to have for me while eating something, as compared to a screen that plays something that keeps me engaged while I'm having my meal. So that plays a important role for me.
Yeah, I agree with Ravi actually. And I'll just add on to one more thing. It's just that we have so many things available right now in front of us while we are eating. So it's kind of like a break for us. So instead of having a conversation over the table, we would rather have that break and eat and maybe watch something. So that is possible if there's a TV near my dining table, but dining table as a separate unit or a separate room is something I think is not something that is much needed in times that are going to come ahead of us.
So it should, but it should not be demarcated. Mane, what happens in conventional homes ki everything is demarcated by somehow, and I don't know how to break it
डाइनिंग
also.
डाइनिंग स्पेस जनरली डिमार्केट होता है थ्रू द फर्नीचर, ठीक है.
Circulation.
सो द ओनली वे टू नॉट डिमार्केट अ डाइनिंग रूम और डाइनिंग स्पेस इज बाय नॉट प्रोवाइडिंग अ सेपरेट डाइनिंग फर्नीचर.
I feel that इस case में as you can see nowadays the area that was first covered by the tables and the chairs in the dining room was more than the tables and the chairs that are coming out right now. So, abhi ka jo system hai, it has become so small. So, it's basically like since dining space abhi koi use nahi karta hai. So, the dining table and the chair occupies a much lesser space compared to any other furnitures maybe over there. It's more of a showpiece now.
Some time back, when we used to sit in the dining table, and in our family, we generally sit around the dining table. But a lot of the times, I also see our family when the food is much easier to be eaten without keeping on the table. We would much rather sit in front of the TV, or a lot of people now prefer to sit in their own rooms with this huge array of options that we have in terms of personal entertainment. When you have Netflix, when you have Amazon Prime on your own personal devices, I have a feeling that we are moving away from what we called sitting together and having food together in what is effectively the dining room.
Also we need to see the future where it's going, like टीवीज nowadays. पहले क्या होता
Yeah.
था, पूरे फैमिली में एक टीवी होता था. एंड आई रिमेम्बर मेरे पापा, लाइक मेरे पेरेंट्स जो बोलते हैं कि पहले पूरे पारा में एक टीवी होता था किसी के घर में.
हाँ.
एंड संडेज को जैसे रामायण या महाभारत दे रहे हैं तो पूरा पारा एक साथ आके किसी के घर में देख रहे हैं. अभी क्या हुआ, धीरे
हाँ.
धीरे रिड्यूस होते होते वो जॉइंट फैमिली पे कन्वर्ट हुआ, जो पूरा जॉइंट फैमिली एक टीवी शेयर करे. उसके बाद एक न्यूक्लियर फैमिली हुआ, जो न्यूक्लियर फैमिली एक टीवी शेयर करे. अभी क्या है, जैसे एक इंडिविजुअल अगर कोई फ्लैट लेके रह रहा है, जैसे हम कैलकाटा में रह रहे हैं, आई वुड प्रिफर अ टीवी इन माई ओन रूम, सिंस मैनी कैन नॉट अफोर्ड अ सिंगल टीवी फॉर देयर ओन. सो इसलिए अभी ट्रेंड हो रहा है फोन में बिंज वॉचिंग का. इसलिए नेटफ्लिक्स मोबाइल पे अभी आ रहा है 200 रुपी पर मंथ.
Right. So I think my question over there would be the fact that, even if we are bringing in something like a television into a dining room, if we look at the way the interaction works in a television set, whenever there's a television set or anywhere over in any room for that matter, the eyeballs are towards the television set. So effectively, what we are forming is we are forming the semicircular area or zone which is going to be looking towards the television set. So everything's kind of directed towards the television set. Whereas if we look at what I feel a traditional dining table does is kind of puts two people opposite to each other, right? Wherein we are talking about one person sitting opposite to the other person while they're eating, and then the eyeballs are facing each other, which to a certain level kind of drives the conversation forward. Which I think either you sit quietly or you talk or do something, but at least you're paying attention to each other, which kind of forms a very important aspect of the way we have grown up with joint family traditions or the Indian household traditions, wherein we have this system of the elders and the younger people sitting together and talking about the day or doing something like that, wherein that probably works for a dining table. Given the situation that we are talking about personal entertainment, do you guys also think that it makes sense for us to compromise on that form of interaction in favor of something which is much more individualistic? Yes, but at the same time, not that social for that matter.
I think what we are forgetting, instead of promoting the fact, instead of like encouraging the me time, I understand we all need the me time. We also have to understand that we need to interact with our parents and our families. So maybe we can work on that, and instead of finding other solutions, I think maybe dining table won't be there in the future, or the scale might this or the scale of the dining table might come down to a very minute one. But what I feel, since we are talking about the dining space and whether we need that room or not, given the fact, that is the fact that I'm concerned about, and that is why I said ki it is important that we club the dining table with something, since the kitchen is a whole another topic. How the kitchen should be in India, that is like another topic totally. So we'll talk about that maybe in the next few episodes. But what I feel, since we are talking about the dining table and the dining space, I think it is important to realize that instead of promoting the me time, I understand we all need the me time, but we also have to understand that we need the family time. So maybe in some way, if we can promote that family time, that is also something that should be focused on, and maybe we can do something around the dining area and do something like that.
Like, I kind of agree and disagree at the same point of time. So I feel dining table is not the question here. It's the dining room which I feel is the question. So is a space required for basically just eating, which is like 3 hours a day maximum if we give? Like, are we using the area that we are providing it, and also using it in terms of time? For example, my bedroom has been adequately and sufficiently used because of the time that I spend it in. So, and but it is smaller than, but the area wise it is smaller than my dining room that I have in my inner room. So that is the dilemma and argument that I have with myself, is when while I'm designing, should I provide a lesser space or completely avoid it, or provide a larger space, or whatever I want to do, compared to a bedroom? Because I feel bedrooms are the most, bedrooms have changed their names, have changed their functions of not only sleeping, but it has become a work zone as well for most people I know.
So just after BV Doshi received Pritzker, एक इंटरव्यू हुआ था आर्किटेक्चरल रिव्यू मैगजीन का. सो एट 92 BV Doshi said something very interesting. He quoted something very interesting. He said that nowadays when we talk about housing, we talk about rooms and not families. ठीक है. सो ही कोडेड दैट, एंड ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. जब हम लोग हाउसिंग का बात करते हैं, हम लोग बोलते हैं 3 BHK 2 BHK. वी डोंट टॉक अबाउट द फैमिली. एक 3 BHK विच वी आर टेकिंग फॉर 2 people, या फिर एक 2 BHK विच वी आर टेकिंग फॉर मे बी 6-7 members. So यहाँ पे ये वाला, since Indian families are more member oriented and it's more related to individual interacting with each other, like me interacting with my parents interacting with my sister. सो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है इंडियन फैमिलीज के लिए. एंड इन इंडियन सिस्टम वी आई थिंक वी शुड, आई एग्री टू दोषी, एंड आई थिंक वी शुड टॉक अबाउट फैमिलीज एंड नॉट रूम्स. रूम्स भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. वी आर हेडिंग टुवर्ड्स दैट नोशन कि हम लोगों को रूम्स रिक्वायर्ड है. एंड ऑल्सो ही ऑल्सो सेड दैट कि माने when we think about housing, family housing, we should talk about our leisure time. Suppose घर में I don't think so bedrooms important है घर के लिए. bedrooms important है individuals के लिए but not for the families. But what Indian families need are those common spaces like dining, living, kitchen, courtyard. So those things become very important.
I think the factor of scales also plays an important role. For example, previously, there was a time when people used to have all these wooden carved wooden tables, and that was kind of a thing where people used to show that dining table, that look at my carvings and look at all those wooden carvings and everything. So nowadays, I don't think so. It's that important anymore because it's taking up a huge area, and more of something that I've noticed nowadays is the dining table itself is now attached to the kitchen. So it itself has become an open kitchen where you can interact as well as you can eat near the near the kitchen as well. So that is something that is going on in trend right now. So there's no separate dining room present where we need to sit and eat and do all those stuffs. So yeah.
Okay, so coming to the whole aspect of what every one of you were trying to say, and also coming finally to what Atrey said, it makes sense to have a dining table or a space which is dedicated as a part of the kitchen where you can have food, and it works really well. It works amazingly well. Again, if you look at something which is called like a breakfast nook, or in kitchen dining, which works a lot. It is something which is highly prevalent abroad, specifically for that matter. But at that same situation, I have this other thing which kind of doesn't make sense to me, and it's the fact that when we are talking of something like an open kitchen format with a attached dining, or an in kitchen dining room, or a breakfast table for that matter, we are talking about a system which obviously has worked outside. But when we look at the cultures that are working outside, we'll see that a lot of their meals are cold meals, right? Whereas if you consider that to an Indian kitchen or an Indian form of cooking that you're looking at, there's a lot of oil splattering that is happening, or बहुत कुछ होता है,
Right.
तेल निकलता है, गर्मी निकलता है, people are
Yeah.
cooking, and in general we know of a scene where the person who's
Mhm.
cooking is sweating a lot, right? And because we are people who have 3 hot meals a day, we are
Mhm.
people who like their spices, who like their oil, who like their the kind of stuff that happens with cooking. And a lot of times you'll also see in terms of the paint treatment that is being done in kitchens is different, because of that. The chimneys are there because of that, because the amount of splattering that is happening, or the amount of moisture and oil in the the kitchen area, in the air of the kitchen area, is much more in terms of capacity per volume, for that matter. Whereas in that situation, if we have an open kitchen or an in kitchen dining, I think there are two problems which we will face. One is obviously the whole point of leakage, where that oil is probably going to leak into the dining area and further into the living area, in terms of what you guys were saying, where it's a complete linear system, where there's a kitchen, then there's a dining, and then there's a living room, and the dining is part of the kitchen. So in that situation, there's a huge possibility of that oil and the heat, for that matter, from the cooking to release and move on to the living room area from that matter. And in that case, it is going to form a coating on a lot of these furnitures. So in that situation, do you think it is practical for us to have an open kitchen or an in kitchen dining,
Yeah.
especially in terms of the Indian
So
cooking system?
I just remembered an incident. So what happened was that some time ago, an year or two ago, there was an advertisement in the television that said that advertised the open kitchen and the modular kitchen stuff. So watching that, my mother was like, "ये kitchen में तड़का कैसे लगाएंगे? ये तो पूरे living room में आ जाएगा." So it's that. So it's that's the same thing which you were talking about. I feel Indian, yes, especially Indian food that you are talking about is very उसमें तड़का लगाना पड़ता है, बहुत सारा तेल का काम होता
let's admit Indian food is smelly. So
है।
that's the first problem that we have.
Indian food has a strong odor. It has a lot of, you know, उसमें वो बहुत सारा
So,
splash
so
और वो
this
होता है।
reminds me another conversation that I had with my nani, and so the entry when they were doing the new redecorating the flat, they were supposed to change the entry of the kitchen, and that was suggested by my nani, and I was like, why? So she said she didn't want any guest sitting in the living room to be able to see what she's bringing food for them or how she. So she needs the privacy in the kitchen, which is I think a tradition of the Indian household, which Ravi was indicating. Like they need their personal space to make stuff rather than, and I feel the culture of um, joint family has influenced this in the Indian cultural system, because if you see in the West, it's generally a nuclear family staying together. So the the cooking that is done is for 2 people or 4 people. So even if there is a frying
And
thing
it
done, it
also
does not require
involves
more oil.
less cooking.
Yeah, requires less cooking. They eat more packed food. They are moving away from the general cooking and serving hot meals as you suggested. So I feel open kitchen, if not a solution in the current context, maybe in the future where Indian families are moving towards more nuclear. Um,
You know.
Okay, so summing up all of these points that you guys have made, I still have one question that I would like to throw out to you before we go ahead and kind of come to a conclusion on whether or not we actually need a dining room, and if not a dining room, then what? Is the question that do you consider the dining room to be a public space, semi-public space, or a private space as in comparison to the other rooms in your house?
I consider dining space to be a semi-public space. Reason because public because we don't dining if we provide a dining space, we don't provide a single table and a single chair. We provide a table and multiple chairs so that we can interact. We sit around with a group of people, be it a family member or any neighbor or any friend of ours. Like for instance, we when we go to each other's house, we sit around in a table and we have food, but at the same time if someone else enters the room, they we try to avoid that particular interaction. So
When there are guests in our home, right? They're sitting in the living room, but जब हम लोग डिनर करने जा रहे हैं, मे बी कुछ गेस्ट वहां आके डिनर कर रहे हैं, बाकी वेट कर रहे हैं फॉर द सेकंड राउंड. दैट इज आई थिंक कंप्लीटली फाइन. दैट इज समथिंग आई थिंक इज कंप्लीटली फाइन. ठीक है. गेस्ट सामने बैठा हुआ है और उसी टाइम हम लोग डाइनिंग टेबल पे खा रहे हैं. आई थिंक दैट इज नॉट द सिचुएशन दैट वी नॉर्मली फेस व्हेन देयर आर गेस्ट इन द लिविंग रूम. what we generally do is we take the thali and we go inside the bedroom. तब डाइनिंग स्पेस का कुछ काम ही नहीं आ रहा है. ठीक है. तो फॉर मी आई डोंट थिंक सो कि गेस्ट रहेगा तो दैट स्पेस विल क्रिएट सम काइंड ऑफ, क्योंकि उस टाइम में भी उसका यूज नहीं हो रहा है इफ वी फील दैट अनकंफर्टेबल. सो
I think that is because of the positioning. Like if
Positioning,
you
yeah,
have
that is what.
linear thing, that as Indranil was saying, if you have a linear thing where you have a visual access from your living room to the dining room, then that is a problem that you're talking about. That extreme situation where guests are there and you want to eat your food, but you're not really comfortable in front of them. But if you have an L shaped situation where the living room and the dining room are at the edges of the place and you have no visual access, then you can perfectly use the dining space. So that is why I feel it's not a private but a semi-public space, because it can be used simultaneously with other spaces. Just depends upon how you place um, the space in general.
Considering all these facts, if you were designing a house, or for anyone who's currently looking to design their house or something like that, where would you put a dining space? If you would put a dining space, what would it be according to you?
for me it's all about the scale, right? So it depends upon how many people are there in the family first, and it also
Let us
depends
consider
upon.
it's a normal 5-member family or a 4-member family. That's the basic nuclear family.
I'll prefer it in between the kitchen and the living space only, because that is where generally we put. But I just saw this one thing somewhere. So this dining table was basically, it's not a table. It's just something that is attached to the wall. It's an extension of the wall, and they have converted that into a slab, and that is where they're having their food. So that is something I feel is a very good solution for nowadays. If you want to have a dining table, for that
Right. So
matter.
no dining space, but more like a temporary dining table which can be
Right.
folded away
Exactly.
when the need is not there.
I have two answers to it. If I have the luxury and the freedom in terms of space and in terms of space specifically, I would space and also the kind of view that I'm getting. So I would prefer a dining table first of all, but not inside a household, but outside towards the veranda or balcony first. In the second solution, in a more which is for a more compact design, I would prefer small round table, round or square table, but small table, especially like the ones we see in Indian coffee houses in Calcutta and in Kerala. So what they promote is they promote interaction. If interaction is important for you, and if you don't have a space luxury of space in your house, I would say that let's provide a small table in which you have a cramped space in which you have to adjust and eat, in which you don't have the space to even hold or place your phone. You just have to eat, and you have to like I know it came out very badly, but it forces good conversations. Like imagine yourself sitting in a cramped space of a Indian coffee house with four other peoples. You are bound to have some conversation with them. So that is
Right.
what.
So basically, we could push the dining room away from what is the core of the house towards somewhere
Yeah.
which is towards the where like you said, the view or a garden or whatever
Uh-huh.
is present in the house, and
Yeah.
let it up to the user. So keep it,
To
make it. I
decide
think
whether they
from what
want to
you
use it
said,
or not.
right,
Yeah.
and make it cozy so that if you decide to use the dining table, you invariably end up
You're
having a
bound to
conversation.
have a conversation.
Right, and if you don't want, you make it into a storage, or you make it into like a
And it
like
has
an
seen happening in most cases. Dining table used for cutting vegetables and placing ovens.
So these were two really nice suggestions which I would like really think about. But I feel dining space is not an individual entity. So I have to look at it in respect to other rooms as well. So the 2 point is assuming that I have all the luxury and everything. So I'll ask my client one question: if he wants his workplace and to have it in one space. So my basic answer is if a bedroom is large enough, so that eliminates the dining room as a separate entity. And if he wants a place to rest and other interactive spaces, then I'll have a larger living room which would be used as a dining room. So there would be two functions to the traditional living room, and the drawing room would be the public space that I would use for other guests.
Hi guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and obviously there's a bunch of different kind of information that we tried to share, different kind of examples that we tried to come up with. But however, I will kind of reiterate that look up what we are talking, have your own opinions up to it, and discuss with your designer whenever you're trying to plan a space which is specific to your current situation. Having said that, if you are dealing with dining rooms or in a way that we haven't mentioned, write it down in the comments. Like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in the next videos.